What up, dog? Let's get it in. Gang, gang, bang, bang. You know what it is. We're hanging out again. Juneteenth ruined. They done ruined Juneteenth. Ripped the damn, out the wall. Rip the cash register out the wall. How you gonna rip the cash register out the wall? Take the whole cash register. Come on, man. Ruined Juneteenth. Doves fires back. Dove's coming out the corner swinging, homie. He got his second win. He said he ain't going down without a fight. Gummer's still hanging out in the car. How you gonna blast up Juneteenth, homie? How you gonna light up Juneteenth? You know what I mean? Come on, man. Firecracker something. You know? They ruined Juneteenth. You guys see the videos coming out of Juneteenth? Seriously. They ruined Juneteenth. You know? Gang, gang. That's what I've been thinking about using. You know what I mean? Bang, bang, gang, gang. You tapped in with Gangish. Because I need a statement. I need one of them phrases. Much like Gunner has like 87 phrases. You know what I mean? Knowledge you can't get in college. And, you know, all the different things that he says. What's he say? Spencer la tierra. But, all these different things that he says, he's got way too many of them. I don't have enough. That's the problem, is I don't have enough. I need one. I need a little catchphrase, right? I already got the hamburger, right? I already got the hamburger, so we know that. I'm thinking about Steel Burger Productions and then doing a little chromed out cheeseburger. How does that sound for a logo? Chromed out cheeseburger. So, Dubs done fired back. Dub said, to hell with this. I don't care. If Gummer wants to hide in the car, that's fine. I'm gonna fight this fight for him, and he's going off. He's but here's the thing though, is he's going at EBK, and he's saying, hey, what about your case though? What about your case? Now I'm not gonna go too far into EBK's case because I'm gonna let EBK explain his case. I'm sure, but he already has though. EBK already has. If anybody was paying attention, you know the EBK family. This is actually the story of him becoming a writer. If you paid attention and listen, if you go listen to the video, my whatchamacall's going off. This watch keeps doing something on its own. This watch keeps getting me on its own. Hold on. My watch turns my phone on by itself. So if you've ever watched EBK's video, because I wanted to know, right? Because they say, oh yeah, they say the Playboys, this is a dropout gang, right? Okay, now here's the thing. Some people say, I'm from a dropout gang. I'm from a gang in Colorado, a prison gang in Colorado called LPP. We didn't consider ourselves no dropouts. It didn't have nothing to do with dropping anything. There is a huge population of Chicano Bloods and Chicano Crips in Colorado. And there is also a bunch of little itty bitty Chicano gangs in Colorado that have no affiliation to nobody but their own people. Literally, it's just Westside AK. There might be 30 dudes left banging AK. They're all the same Westside anybody killer. It's from West First Avenue. There's also a little subset of it called West First La Primera. Right? There's little gangs like this all over the place. They're not Sureños, they're not Norteños, they're not any of that. Well, in the prison system out here, we attempted to take all of these gangs and turn them into one thing. We became an umbrella. Los Primer Padres became an umbrella for all these gangs to exist on a higher umbrella for Colorado. Much like you would see the power structures in Southern California or Northern California. That's what we were going for. We were going for our own version of what was going on out there. Well, to do that, you have to recruit Chicano Bloods and Chicano Crips. Well, people don't see that as you're recruiting to make something bigger. They see it as them dudes used to be Bloods and Crips. Those are dropouts, right? That's how people see it. Now, as far as any SNY yard, it wasn't none of that. We started on the main line, been on the main line. I did all my time on the main line. I did all my time in general population, right? I did all my time in good standing. I did 4 years in the box, in the shoe. If anybody knows what I'm talking about, I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. Solitary. I got validated in 2007, I think early 2007 I was validated. And from there they pushed me through the STG program. I did about 8 months flat in the hole, and then they put us in orange pants. This is on a level 4. They put us in orange pants, which was the STG program, and that was like 9 or 10 months long. So that was about a good 18 months in the hole, something like that. I had already done a couple years anyway. And so, in theory, when you recruit somebody who used to be a Blood or a Crip, or what you call an Inca, or Norteño, we recruited a lot of Norteños. Whenever you recruit these dudes, Paisas, we recruited from the Paisas. We recruited a lot of the people who didn't have like white bloods, like a white blood or a white Crip. If they were with the shit, we wanted those. That's what we want, because we don't want people to have to. We don't want people to have to go through these racial problems, because there's still a little bit of a racial issue. There's so many Mexican bloods in Colorado that like there was huge chunks of them that didn't have a home. You know what I mean? They get to prison. They're not quite sure. The blacks are like, there's some of these blacks out here, they don't really want nothing to do with the Mexican bloods. They don't function with them. They don't consider them real bloods. They don't really want nothing to do with them, right? But I grew up with a lot of these dudes, a lot of these Mexican bloods. So we were recruiting out of gangs. We were recruiting from street gangs into our organization. And so people say, well, you know what they say, you can't serve two masters, right? You can't serve two masters. Y'all are dropouts. Y'all are dropouts. But it didn't have nothing to do without being on the main line, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And there was prisons that we were running. There was prisons we were taking over. There's prisons that we were running. We had yards. We had established yards. That's basically what caused the problem in 2006 is I got to a hostile yard, and within 90 days I had established the yard. And that really pissed the dudes off who were there, because before that they had us, we were in bad shape on that yard. Homies weren't staying, put it that way. Homies weren't able to stay. And I showed up and was like, nah, homie, we gonna chill. We gonna kick back. I'm gonna be working out. I'm gonna have my shirt off. I'm gonna be walking on the yard. I'm not gonna be, you know what I mean? I'm not staying in the house. I'm not doing none of that, homie. I ain't living like no second-class citizen. And that ended up causing a riot. I ended up setting one off. It is what it is. Sometimes you gotta do that. Let's see what we got here. My point is, I'm still figuring out what everybody's talking about with my shit. A lot of people consider my shit a dropout gang, though I've never walked any funky yards. I've never been on a bad yard. I've never dropped out of anything. I'm still from my hood. I'm still in good standing with my hood. I'm in good standing with my gang. I never stopped repping my hood or anything like that, right? But because we went to war, we inevitably, Thucydides' trap. Thucydides' trap is what it is. When one institution is in power and another power is ascending, there will inevitably be a fight. It's going to happen. We went to war with the dudes and we lost some of the most important prisons, is basically what happens. We took off some of the most important prisons off of Lyman and Sterling, right? So now dudes are on the ropes, right? And they've decided, no. You guys are now no good. You guys are in bad standing, right? So that's where I'm at now. Where in no fault of my own, nothing I ever did I never did anything faulty, but I'm still in bad standing as far as the power structure is concerned, simply because of politics. Now, I've talked about this before. I'd be fine. If I go back, I run around the hood asking everybody for interviews. I ask everybody. My ops, the people they call my ops, that are mostly my friends, dudes I grew up with and stuff like that. It's just power, power and politics turned it into something else. But I'm out there for everybody. I never been on an SNY yard. We do have funky yards out here. We've got one called Fremont, and we've got one called Arrowhead, where they have they got these fools with the yellow folders, and they're like SOs, offenders, special offenders. You know what type of offender I'm talking about. I never even been on those yards, never functioned on those yards, never did anything with those yards. Now, to be honest, though, my gang ended up taking over this no good yard. And that's not good. Right? Like, how do you have enough numbers to be on a no good yard? And just to make it clear, I'm an old man now. I don't really care for the language of active or inactive. Either you are, you aren't. I am what I am. But I'm just an old man now, and I'm trying to live my life. You know what I mean? I just graduated college. I got better shit to do than to be gangbanging with people or any of that. I don't care about any of that. But politics is a mug. So basically, what my point is this whole situation. I'm trying to figure out what the hell is going on here, where exactly everybody's lane is. Man, I just make my videos. I talk to the people I think are cool, and I run from there. But I forget where I was even going with all this. Oh, that's why I was interested in EBK. That's what I was talking about. Because I said, oh, EBK's a SMY yard or whatever. He's a dropout gang. So I go look at this. LPP has nothing to do with that. It's not that type of because my homies never got taken off the yard. I never got took off the yard. Some of them got taken off their hoods. I never got taken off my hood. I'm still, like I said, I'm still good with my hood. But some of them did. Some of them ended up getting taken off their hoods, and they said, "No, I just want to do the LPP thing." That's fine too. So. No, our shit really didn't have nothing to do with that, and we're pretty much function. They did used to call me Big Perm. See, somebody knows me. Somebody right here knows me. Who is that? Gary. It looks like it says piece of shit in your picture, my homie. But yeah, they did used to call me Big Perm, homie. That's me. That is me. I do not consider myself a Chicano because I don't have any I'm not confused. I'm Italian and English. I think my father's family's been here for about 500 years. And so I have no illusions. I'm white. I'm a white dude. I'm nothing fancy. You know what I mean? G-Mac from Bloods? Yep. Yeah. And so, you know, but like I said, though, I have to be honest and come back around and say, you know, a bunch of these fucking dudes who are LPPs, who are supposed to be my homies, how is there like 50 of yous on the yard in Fremont? And Fremont's like 70%, you know, a special victims unit, right? That's basically what we'll call it, special victims unit. Mike said, oh, so you're one of the big homies then. You're one of Loquito's homies? You know what I'm talking, then you know who I am. I'm a Los Locos 13. You know what I mean? And like I said, I know that because politics are what they are, if I God forbid, if I ever ended up back in the joint, I'm sure I'd have to throw the heads. You know what I mean? Whenever I rolled up on some yards, I'd have to throw the heads. But if any yard I roll up on, there's gonna be like 30 dudes who like me, and there's gonna be 2 or 3 dudes who don't. You know what I mean? And then there's gonna be the political problem. But you know, being a good dude will go a long way. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. Whenever politics come around, if you're like a good dude, just don't tell on people, man. Don't tell on people. Don't be a dirtbag. You know what I mean? If you steal $10,000 worth of stuff, give some of it to the hood. You know what I mean? That's all you really got to do, dude. It's just like common sense. You know what I mean? You don't even got to give a lot out. Just don't be a dirtbag in the hood. You know what I mean? Because if you're hitting, you're hitting. Or if you're selling dope or you're something like that. You know what I mean? Like if people spend, you know what I mean? If you're slanging all night, and then somebody at the end of the night, they ain't got nothing, and they're like, oh, homie, da-da. You know, hook people up. People will love you just for that. You know what I mean? That's something I used to do. If you was a good custody, I'll just roll through on GP and just cut you off just a little bit, just a taste, just to keep you right. You know what I mean? Just because you were good to me, right? And you wouldn't believe how far that'll take you. Just taking care of somebody who's a somebody whenever they're down and out, right? Despite gangs or any of that. You know what I mean? Just looking out for people, man. Goes a long way in the hood. Yeah, I ain't nothing fancy, dog. You know, can I be honest with you? You know, people talk about, you'll hear these people's stories and they say, oh, well, I was a white dude in a Mexican gang and I had to go extra harder or blah, blah, blah. Nah, not really, homie. Like, people be like, oh, you was a white boy? Yup. That's it, homie. That was like pretty much the end of it, homie. The black dudes used to try to test me in juvenile. I'll give him that. The black dudes, I have probably had more problems with black dudes than anything. That's something that's weird to me too. Is whenever I hear a lot of these people tell their stories, and they're like, oh yeah, well if another race puts their hands on another race and it just turns into a big old riot. Not in Colorado, homie. We throw the heads up with black dudes, Mexican dudes. You throw the heads up out here, homie. We stand as men. You know what I mean? Now, your people are going to make sure you don't get bashed out, that you don't get stomped. You know what I mean? Or that it doesn't go farther. Your people should always make sure that it doesn't go farther than it should. But, shit, out here in Colorado, homie, you got to fight. I had to fight them black dudes. I got beat up a bunch of times. I was a little fat kid, homie. I was 18 years old whenever I got to prison. I was a fat kid. I was out of shape. I knew how to fight a little bit from the hood, fighting the homies in the hood, and you know what I mean? Stuff like that, but I didn't have no major hands, homie. I was just some fat kid who liked to smoke weed and drink, dog. Steal shit. Miss Thang, good to see you. You speak the truth, Los Locos held their own. Yeah, all my homies could fight. All of them could fight. But that don't really mean shit, though, whenever you get to prison, though. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm a little 18-year-old kid. Yeah, I've been fighting with the homies a little bit. But, you know what I mean? Not like grown men, though, homie. I got beat up a lot, homie. At 18 years old, you're going to lose, dog. You're mostly going to lose your first. I lost my first. No, I won the first one. I won the very first fight. In the beauty mods, I won the first fight. But I got an assault over it, so they sent me to the high side. And then I was losing for a while after that. I lost until the one that got me kicked out. Till the one that got me sent to CSP. And that took me like 15, 16 months. Stay Awake TV, what up though? So anyway, this is why I fucking was interested in EBK's story, okay? That was the reason that I was interested in EBK's story. So I went and started looking at EBK's story. Turns out, I wanted to know, how does EBK, who's a norteño, how does he become a northern writer, and then I guess, and then compadre, certified compadre, where he's at now. How does this happen? The whole dropout system. So I go look at his video. As it turns out, it seems like, well, I'm not even going to go into it too much. They're going to hash that one out. But the point is, this is why I went and looked it all up. So Homeboy's coming out now. Dubs is throwing shots. He's firing shots. I don't know if anybody's seen the video. He says EBK blasted a minor, his 16-year-old girlfriend, and then he looks kind of down his nose like maybe there was something inappropriate about the ages going on there, right? My understanding is I don't think there was any charges behind any of that. This charges mostly stemmed from the actual the banger itself being discharged, and the woman being hit. Yeah, of course I do. I was just talking to her. We finally met up a couple months ago. I took her out to lunch. We talked a little bit and chilled. That's just my homegirl. Nothing like a situation or nothing. We just went and chilled and chopped it up because we talked for so many years. We wrote each other because she fell. See, because I caught a case right then too. I caught my first case in 2001, but then I was in for 3 years and I got out in 2004. And in 2004, that's whenever Aaron did that. Whenever Solo did that. And so since then, we both went to the joint, right? Because I got busted right after that. I got raided. I got set up over there on Louisiana and Sheridan. My house got raided on Louisiana and Sheridan. But so they did what they did. Some people got shot, and then they found them like on there somewhere in Texas, I guess. And then I got busted on my own trip. I got raided and went back to the joint. And so ever since then, I was pretty much we were exchanging letters pretty much the whole time. But I hadn't seen her since then, since 2004. That 90 days whenever I was out in 2004. And then, so whenever she got out, I was like, yeah, man, I went and swooped her up. And I don't know, she's back on a PV right now. I looked her up maybe 2-3 weeks ago, maybe a month ago. I think she's in La Vista last time I checked. But shout out to the homegirl Joanne. That's the homegirl from the hood. The homegirl's a gangster. Gangster. I need to do a video on them. I don't know what I want to do with as far as a video on them. I don't know. It's kind of a sticky situation because the victims in that case are actually one of the homie's sisters and her baby's father. That's why I haven't made a video about it yet. Because I don't want to disrespect anybody. Because it's literally one of the homies from the hood. One of the homies that was from the hood, I think he went white boy now. My understanding is he just turned white boy. Don't quote me on that. But I think he's a little mad at the hood because some of the homies are actually convicted of blasting his baby's mom. No, his sister and her baby's dad. And it's just a bad situation. If we're going to be honest, like it's not even anything. It's not like they got off on the ops or, you know what I mean? And so that's why I haven't really made a video about it. It's like really unfortunate. The whole situation was actually really unfortunate. And I just, you know what I mean? I don't know what to do with it. It's killed an innocent bystander. None of that is any good, man. I don't think anything that anybody did. I've done so much. I've got so many crimes on my record. And all that shit is horrible. Stealing people's cars. I stole a lot of cars. I went to a lot of people's houses. I used to leave high school and go rob houses. I would leave on my lunch break and just go hit a house. See what I could crack while I was on my lunch break at high school. That's what I did for like the 4 or 5 months that I was actually in high school. I would leave and just go crack a house real quick. It's stupid. It's stupid. And all of it is horrible. But it's our stories. And I don't know what else to... Like, it's like, okay, it's like this. I did this for so long, I don't know what else to say anymore, right? It's like I can talk about college stuff. People like to hear about that stuff. I went to college, but that stuff, you know, you can only teach somebody so much stuff on a podcast, you know? These are my stories from like 13 years old until like 30. I was on a crime spree, and that's all I did. And then sometimes it was gangbanging involved, and sometimes there wasn't. It just, I don't know. Yeah, hit them likes, please. I'm off topic anyway, huh? Dubs killed an innocent bystander. No, that's horrible. It's horrible. And I can't. I mean, at the end of the day, I've seen the video that EBK put out, and he's accused of the banger going on. He's not accused of doing anything like doing it on purpose, right? You know what I mean? He's accused of an accident, of a reckless, careless accident that he couldn't say anything about. Because you can't say nothing. So then whenever, this is what I got out of it. So then whenever he got to the county, he was like, well, I kind of know what's waiting for me if I go to the joint anyway, right? You know what I mean? I mean, maybe I got that wrong. I don't want to speak for the homie, but that's what I pulled out of the video. I did watch your actual video, BBK. I watched it months ago, before I even started messing with you, because I wanted to see what this whole dropout situation was about. Because they say my stuff's a dropout gang, but I never been on no funky yard, and I never dropped out of nothing. I never left a yard sideways. I did some weird thing. In 2002, 2003, they came to me. I had already been in the hole for like 18 months. Here we go. It was an accident. They would have... Yeah, I know. That's kind of what I could tell, is that that's not what they were saying. They were saying, you're retarded, and you shouldn't have had this loaded banger. And I think they knew you guys were getting high, right? Is what I'm guessing. If I remember right. That's what I remember right, is you guys were all getting high. So chances are, they even checked her. Or they knew something was going on. The cops ain't stupid. You know what I mean? And so, yeah. Yeah, she visited you the whole time she was in... Yeah. So, that's why whenever I went and looked at your story the first time, I said, what is this going to be? I need to go look at people's stories and decide who I'm going to mess with and who I'm not. Because, homie, as far as I'm concerned, they say what? They say the Bulldogs are no good. That don't make no sense. In the very same breath, this is what they'll say. They'll say the Bulldogs are no good. And they'll also say, but them fools get off every time. That don't mesh. That doesn't make any sense to me. That doesn't make any sense. What that means is you're no good if you don't pay your taxes. That's what that says to me. That this is about money and taking orders. And if you're not willing to pay the money that you're supposed to pay and take the orders that you're supposed to take, we're going to deem you no good. And this seems to be across the board, especially with money. If you're coming up short on money or you refuse to pay your taxes to the people who think they need them. So that doesn't seem to be, there's no through line there with who's good or who's not good. It's simply if I just don't want to agree to whatever you're talking about, then you just deem me no good, right? I'm from the South. EBK is on point. Love his channel. Yeah, I mess with you. I mess with you. You know, yeah, everybody hit the likes, please. I fuck with EBK. And I like the Bulldogs, too. I always liked the Bulldogs. They was cool, homie, even whenever we was young. That was, you know, I don't know. I mean, I got to learn now about all the inner workings of everything that happened with the Bulldogs. I didn't really know what was happening. But I know this. This is what I know about the Bulldogs. Okay? Whenever I was in Lyman, whenever I had said that I was talking about in AdSeg, this is one of the time I was in AdSeg. I was in Lyman with the homie Looney. I'm not going to put his neighborhood out there. He's from LA, because I don't want to pinpoint exactly who he is, because he was probably telling me stuff that he shouldn't be telling me. He told me a couple things he probably shouldn't have told me. But I says, I forget why I was asking, or I forget why I was even going to say that. Oh, I asked him about the Bulldogs. I said, what's the deal, homie? I said, because whenever I was growing up, it was F-14. I said, so what's the deal, homie? What's going on? I don't understand. What happened? And he said, from what I could tell, they had actually broken away from the 14 there for a while. And he said they seemed to be in the ride with us. And he was a Southerner, right? And he said, they seem to be in the ride with us. He said, but what the homies are calling them back home is 13 and a halves, right? Like you're almost, not really, almost. And that they were just frontlining them. Like that's the jokes they were making here in Colorado, is they were making jokes about putting Bulldogs on the front line, right? So apparently that joke had been so normalized in LA that it had gotten all the way back to the hole in deep segregation in Lyman, Colorado. He knew that they were using the Bulldogs on the front line in deep segregation in Lyman, Colorado. So that tells me it was probably a joke amongst them. You know what I mean? That's what it sounds like to me. So it doesn't surprise me. It doesn't surprise me that the Bulldogs just said, you know what? We're done with everybody. We're going to do our own thing. Done with everybody. The GOAT, what up, though? Yeah, EBK. Yeah, I don't know. You know what I mean? But I know, you know, okay, this is another thing I know. And I'm going to tell everybody, if they want some evidence of this, I remember the video. This is how bad the degenerate behavior was. Josh from the Homie Hangout made a video, and it's talking about a dude called Snoop's Disciple. Okay? One of Snoop's disciples, and it was a dude who was on a motorcycle. He was in a motorcycle gang. He went to this gang. He went to that gang. He flopped to this gang, flopped to that gang, and was pretty much doing a lot of really underhanded stuff the entire time. Okay? And that is the type of stuff that they're talking about on these degenerate yards, right? So it is real. Don't get me wrong. What that proved to me was that the degeneracy had still transferred to the SNY gangs, right? Despite the fact that they're like, oh, we're cleaning house. And don't get me wrong, my people did the same thing. The same stuff, dude. is they ended up having to clean out. Towards the end of my prison sentence, this is what I was doing, dog. Because I would have the keys to most anything under a level 4, I'm going to have the keys to, right? Level 4 is not, because these are all lifers and above. But level 3s and stuff like that, I'm going to have the keys, right? This is what I'm going to do, dog. If one of the homies shows up and I don't know him, I'm just going to have one of the homies go sweat you. And if you act even like for a second like you're a hoe, we're just gonna wipe you, dog. We'll just cover your tattoo. Wipe you. Because it was so bad towards the end. LPP had recruited so many freaking weenies. I don't know where they were getting all these goddamn weenies. It was like whenever we first started, it was like it was okay that some of us used to be Bloods and Crips, because that was the movement, homie. That was the movement. That didn't mean that you just suck up any piece of shit that a gang kicked out, right? Which is what it turned to towards the end. And I started shutting people down. Like, shutting people down, covering people's tattoos, wiping people off the yard. Not, if I see the tattoo on you, I'm probably not going to talk to you if I don't know you. If I know you, I love my people. I love my people. There's a whole bunch of them that I love. And I'm actually in contact with the man who started it. Still, to this day, I've done an interview with him. His name's Manuel Gamboa. Dude's shoulder press is like 365. Bench is 5 something like that. Plays softball. Plays softball and soccer. This fool plays soccer, homie, big old Ched. Like a 320-pound Ched. This shoulder press is 365. He's out there running around playing soccer, diving and stuff like that. Dead serious. Homie moves like a cat. Homie like a 50-year-old cat. But so, oh no, man. Oh no. But Dubs is firing back. But we already knew all this. At least I already knew all this. I knew EBK's case. He's acting like he found something special or something, like he found EBK's paperwork. This is just EBK's story. That's all he found, was a video that EBK put out. Telling his story. It's the story about how he became a writer. And that's all right. I'm telling you what I saw. Well, somebody's going to have to take that up with, you got to take that up with Josh, homie. I call it how I see it. Josh made the video. I watched the video. I believe what Josh says. You know what I mean? Josh did a very thorough job about the video. And hey, homie, like I said, my homies did the same thing. They put people on that they shouldn't have. And then they did it so bad that we've been deemed no good. They did it so bad. Somehow or another, these fools recruited enough sex offenders to get the whole ride deemed no good. Or I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's sex offenders. I don't know what it is. Exactly. Because I've been out for so long. I've been out for like a decade, right? When's the last time I really... Okay, so this is what I did. I've been out since 2012, right? No, 2013. That's a lie. I caught another case in 2013. And then in 2017, I caught a low misdemeanor. Just some bullshit misdemeanor. I had to do like 60 days in the county. But since 2013, I've been legit, man. I've been done everything I was supposed to do, been legit. I went to college. I just graduated college. I got to write this letter tomorrow. Man, I've been putting off this letter. I'm bullshitting on this letter. I had to do a recommendation letter for somebody today, and I got to do this letter for grad school. I'm trying to get into a master's program. So any day now I'm going to write this damn letter, and then I'm in. Well, hopefully I'm in. Then the application's in. But I changed my life around. The point is, I changed my life around, and so I lost track of a lot of stuff. And a lot of stuff changed. So a lot of my stuff is outdated. A lot of my knowledge is outdated. But then again, I don't want to be giving anybody any current knowledge anyway. So that's all I really got is old stories. I don't talk about much anymore. I talk about politics and stuff. But I watched that video about... I watched that video that Josh put out about that thing about Snoop's disciple. And that's degenerate behavior, my homie. They're allowing stuff, and you know what though? But he said it too. EBK's not above criticizing Snoop. Let's be honest. Oh, he doesn't. Well, see, he's just talking. But even if so, it's never any disrespect. I never mean any disrespect. Stretched butt hands. You see them damn... He didn't have to make that video. I know why you calling him that. He didn't have to make that video. Hey, he's funny, though, dog. I don't care. Jay Hands is funny, dog. That fool... Hey, homie, he had me dying the other day. He was talking about that big girl. That big girl bust out them big old titties on him in the bathroom. And he was like, fuck it, this party's boring anyway. I was... That fool's funny, homie. I don't care. I don't care. Yeah, no, as long as we're respectful. He's being respectful. That's cool, I think, right? Straight. Yeah. Oh, Jay Hands is cool. Dubs was... Man, Dubs is going to the mat, homie, for Dude. And Dude ain't even around no more. Dude don't even want to talk about it. I'm trying. Nothing yet. Nothing, but I'm giving him my all, dog. Honestly, I've been waiting to get my first check. I just got the thing that said attach your bank account so I could get my first check from YouTube. And that's what I've been waiting to do, is so I have an actual a number and be like, I've actually made money off YouTube. And I want that to be on my application for grad school. An actual number, you know, amount grossed from YouTube so far. You know what I mean? I want to be able to put an actual little invoice on there, attach it to the thing, you know? Because I think that's going to help me, right? Because it's hard to monetize a YouTube channel. Nonsense ain't easy. Yeah, that fool Snoop got hella trash. It made us look bad. Homie, you're not even I'll tell you like this. You can even find it, the video about LPP on my channel, homie. I've told the dude who founded it several times. I was like, homie, I did not. I think I even told you, no, it may not have been you. This is how bad it is, dog. We got hit. If you guys want to go look this up, if you want to look up my gang, go look up Operation Tattletale. That's what the fucking indictment's called. Operation Tattletale. That's how many of these cocksuckers told. Like 50% of these cocksuckers told when they got roughed up. You believe that shit? That was basically whenever I said, yeah, I'm done. I walked away. I walked away because I didn't sign up for that. That's not what I signed up for. Now, I still function with my carnales, right? I still do. My good ones. My good ones. But if you ain't got a relationship locked in with me so far, you don't got a whole lot coming. Unless you got a really good reference from the back somewhere. Nah. I got nothing to say because you're not going to tell on me. That is not what I signed up for. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. So you could look it up. The gang that I'm talking about, Operation Tattletale. These fools got cracked. And the motherfuckers didn't tell on me. And I didn't tell on them because they didn't have nothing to tell on me for. Because, Heavy as the head again, stupid. I'm trying to go and I'm trying to go to a nicer school too. I'm trying to go. I'm not going to put it out just because I don't want people messing with my school. But it's a Masters of Communication and Media and Multimedia Management is what it is. So it's basically going to be like this, like a master's in like YouTube. Is what it would be. It would be heavily focused on video production, on making sure everything is, all of my stuff would be professional quality. That's what Masters kind of does, is they take every class that you do, there's no more like half-ass classes. They're like, oh, you want to do a drone video? Well, you're going to do a drone video that is fully polished, like ready to be on a TV commercial or something like that. You know what I mean? Like full on, everything is professional grade. Is basically what Masters, that's why it's called a professional degree. Because every single thing that you produce after that is going to be like professionally graded. And I really want to focus on some marketing too. I'm big into marketing. I don't know what my dog is going off about. Boom. Frank's man, that shit sucks already. This is one of the reasons that I actually keep making these videos, dog. This is nonsense. Already. You know what I mean? That they're just telling on people. Homie, they're telling on people on YouTube. You know what I mean? Like, come on, dude. I guess we should have known. You can't hack it in the streets. You can't even... Yeah. Whoa. Rojo told on the NF year 2000. I've heard that before. Some people say he did, some people say he didn't. I'm not sure about that. Because some of the people in the chat say he did, some people say he didn't. Yeah, exactly. Some knowledge you can't get in college. Right now, Rojo's acting innocent, but he told on NF and was scared to box boxer. Let's see. Good, Frank. Hey, my boy, gotta do something, but keep pushing. Yeah, thank you, my homie. Hell yeah. We'll get into it. We'll get into it. Much respects to EBK. Shout out to EBK. Shit, big S.A. Dubs is a for real ass, strictly fair man, a solid G. There we go. Can I be completely honest with you? I don't have no problem with Dubs. I think the having lunch with Cowboy was a good look. My guess is he didn't know any better before he did it. I have a feeling he didn't know any better before he did it. But I don't have any problem with Dubs. I think that Dubs has caught up. I think, okay, this is what I think. I'll be honest. I'm going to keep it 100. This is 100 what I think, homie. I think Dubs has looked at the situation and said, there's not a really good way out of this situation. And so, what if I just monetize it and just lean into it? Lean into the argument and monetize it. Don't cuss, you know what I mean? Don't cuss or talk crazy about people or nothing like that. And so make sure that it's monetizable. But I think that's what Dubs is doing, because Runner seems scared. He seems scared too. He could be monetizing this. Turn the damn comments on. Turn the comments on and fire back. You still, you know what I mean? You still, he just can't face criticism, right? He don't want to see what's in the comments. You know, he can't face what's actually going to show up in the comments, is what it is. But he could monetize it if he wants. But Dubs knows what's the worst you can say about Dubs. You can make fun of him. You can say that, oh, he had what you call with Cowboy, and then, you know, Runner's his girl, and they're eating little, what did Triple OG make, the little dogs kissing and whatnot. You know what I mean? But that's all. That's just. It's funny. Don't get me wrong. It's funny. I like it. It's funny. But or even like the little thumbnails I make with him with his little cape on, flying in with his little cape. It's funny, but it's not like, if that hurts, if that really hurts your feelings, homie, come on. You didn't do no 24 years if that hurts your feelings. If a little thumbnail hurts your feelings, dog. Come on, homie. You shouldn't be that, you know? But Runner, this is just more evidence, dog. Exactly. Runnergate 2023. This is like more evidence, dog, of the same. Right? That everybody's saying you're a weenie and you can't handle it, so you turn off all the comments and go home. Come on, bro. That's not what we do in the joint. You know what I mean? Is that what you just did in YA? Take your toys and go home? Oh, who are you talking about, Dubs? Yeah, well, Dubs is clearly stressed out and everything else, and there is no excuse. There's no excuse to act like that and to be cussing people out like that. You know, but at the same time, the internet is a very nasty, nasty place, dog. And if you participate in that nastiness, slinging poop, you know, everybody slings poop at each other, and then lo and behold, somebody gets hit with poop that shouldn't. You know what I mean? The homie Jerry with the beanie, just trying to chill, you know. He says he's not even from California. He's a rat, not even from California. Gunner is not allowed in Fresno. He got real paperwork telling. Oh. I know somebody did tell me a while back that he really wasn't welcome in California. But I think, like I said, this is it's mostly Runner, but you know, Dubs is taking up for him. So that's who gets it. That's who, you know what I mean? Dubs said the hell with it. He got time today. He's taking all fades, homie. He's dumping. Dubs is dumping. You know it was coming though. Let's see. Runner doesn't do live debates. He just puts out a big jerk. Yeah, that's pretty much true. That's pretty much true. Yeah, I could see that. That might be why. That would actually make sense. Why? Because I mean, I can't see him holding his own in a debate. You're probably right about that. You probably are right about that. Upstate, what up? He's in YTS from 85 to 89. Never heard of these dudes. See, Lusto, what up? He says Dubs could get it too. He'll run it with Dubs too. Upstate. HFTL, what up? No. Yeah. He, well, what's he say, right? He says, EBK's paperwork. Well, everybody already knew that. Everybody already knew what EBK's paperwork was. And then, I don't know. He did have that dude, though. I got to be honest. He did come with the homeboy who said that he was like, no, that fool didn't never do no drugs. So, I don't know. That what's-called might not be. That what's-called about the drug debt might not be what's-called. You know what I mean? Might not be too accurate. Who knows? Listo. But when you say I don't like drama and then gets involved, that's true. Should have just stuck to entertainment. They wanted to fish bait all channel. Yeah, well, you know what was weird there for a while is that Dubs kept he kept making his own. He just kept making videos and they were doing fine. He's doing little videos, even though all this stuff was going on with Runner, he still just kept making videos. But then he decided to turn and face it. You know what I mean? He decided, nah, all right, fine, I'm going to turn and face it whenever Runner just wouldn't. He's like, I'm going to turn and face it. And then, so he's kind of in a situation, let's be honest, he's kind of in a situation where he damned if you do, if he damned him if you don't. If he doesn't say anything, everybody's just going to keep clowning him. If he does say something, then I'm going to make a little thumbnail with him when he's got his cape on. You know what I mean? So you can't really win for losing. That's why they say the internet's undefeated, homie. You can't get away. And this is why it's so good to be a genuine person. This is why it's so important to be a genuine person on the internet. We were talking about this last night. How does #MeToo happen? #MeToo doesn't happen because 20 women all put their hands up at the same time and said something happened, right? Well, these things happen on YouTube and the internet. They happen the exact same way. They cascade, just like #MeToo. One person says, hey, I just did some business with this dude, and this dude's a jerk. And then somebody else jumps in their comments and says, yeah, he did that same nonsense to me. And then it snowballs. And then before you know it, you've got 30 people who are all talking to each other, and there's a whole bunch of patterns of bad behavior, right? It's not like me, okay, I just get in an argument with somebody. I get in an argument with somebody, say Alan. I got in a fight with Alan. I don't know if anybody knows who that is a while ago. We got in an argument, and then that was the end of it. We didn't talk for a couple days, and then went on. I said, hey, man, I'm sorry. That was wrong. And that was it. That was the end of it. That's a normal argument. You know what I mean? But that's not what we see anymore. He kept saying, you got your $2 shirt. Oh, that's what he was saying to Frank, huh? AC, I send my love, though, my homie. Thank you for being around. I can always count on AC. You're dope, my homie. What's up with the ranch, homeboy? The ranch? What ranch? Is there a bottle of ranch in my background? Yeah, I always did too, just because I'm kind of a stickler for the things that people say. And Gunner, he doesn't actually say much. Like I said, like 70% of his spiel is either like his intro, it's him dancing, it's him rhyming about some stuff, or like you know what I mean, dancing and singing at the same time. And then in the middle, it's like a sandwich. You know what I mean? In the middle, there'll be a little, like a subject. That's basically all there'll be. But there won't be a whole lot of information about the subject. They'll just be like his opinions on some things. and then he'll say wiggle a bunch of times. You know what I mean? He'll make sure he's, oh, they wiggled for sure. And then these fools wiggled, and then he'll say that a couple times. And then it'll just kind of like be the outro. He'll wrap it up, and then, but that's pretty much his whole video. If you look at the substance, there's very, very little, small amount of information in the middle. So he was never, this is the thing with him. He would get me to click on the video because I would think that I was actually going to find some good information. Like, oh, some bulldogs got into it with these fools and some craziness happened, and what, you know what I mean? But then you get in there and there's no real information. Because I'm kind of an information junkie. I want to really know, like, exactly what you're talking about. You know what I mean? I want to hear the specifics of what happened. And there would never be the specifics about, it would just be some blah, blah, blah. It reminded me of them PIMP fools. The P words you can't say, Kelpie to P. He remind me of Kelpie to P. Don't really say much. But they make it sound good, though. And you know what I mean? They make it sound good, and the women like it. The women like it. They make it look good. But there's nothing really there. Saying that I work with Triple OG, that I use his YouTube account. I don't even know. Yeah, that's some weird stuff. If you ain't lying, then you ain't trying. That's that old timer. That old timer spiel, homie. Say you got your two-park shit at Walmart. John Kelly, you want to know, buddy? Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that. I was on C status for 6 years in Calipatria. Tap in with the new Culture War Vultures. Yeah, everybody, please tap in with Culture War Vultures. Monday, every Wednesday and Sunday night, 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, 9 p.m. Eastern. Talk about all the craziness in the world. Me and Vegas profile stories. But I don't know if we'll be doing it tonight. Vegas is on. I might go do it tonight just because there's a bunch of craziness going on anyway. Did y'all see that like 12 people got blasted at Juneteenth? Y'all see that? Now, but here's the thing. Don't be so quick to be such a judgmental bigot and think that just the black people are shooting themselves. I got to go find out how many people die every year at 4th of July. Because if the same amount of people die every year on 4th of July, then it's really kind of a wash, right? If 12 people get shot every 4th of July and 12 people get shot every Juneteenth, then it's just kind of a wash. You know what I mean? HFTL, what up? Let's see. Does maybe working so hard because if he walks, he knows all his dirty drawers are coming out of the... Stupid. Frankie Frank. I keep ranch in the backpack. I got what you call the I keep some barbecue. I keep some barbecue in the car because I like because it doesn't go bad, and I like those Kroger chicken strips. They got some really good chicken strips. And I like getting them on the run. I don't want to, you know what I mean? I'll be out doing something. I wanted some chicken strips. Man, they're like 95% chicken, and then just a little bit of breading on the outside. So I keep a good bottle of barbecue in the back. Smash the like button, please. Gunner mentioned Boxer had a bad year in the year when he got a rat jacket. Oh, yeah, that would be a bad year, I'd imagine. But I don't know. When everybody was on a live, a group of 7 ganging up on prisoners away. No, I don't think anybody should be banging up. I don't think anybody should be ganging up on anybody. I'm a big proponent of speaking to people one-on-one because you can actually pin people down and they can't lie or squirm out of things. Whenever you get a bunch of people ganging up on people, people can just shut down and just shut you down or hang fuck you or whatever, you know what I mean? It can be hard to get to the truth of the matter and to pin people down on their inconsistencies whenever there's too many people. So especially if there's any sort of situation that needs to be meted out, I would always prefer there be a one-on-one situation where people can actually talk. Clyde Barrow, what up? Where's Bonito? I'm in Buckeye, Arizona, heading back to LA in my semi. See Hall on the next one. Chocolate. Orale, Donnie, didn't know you had a huge erection. Dubs used to do burpees with his boxers on backwards in front of his celly. Yeah. CYA. And I never made it to CYA. I made it to in California, Juvenile Hall in California. It was called West Hills. It was in Ukiah, California. We were locked up. We were locked up with dudes from that like region right there. Windsor, Point Arena, Mendocino. Big little chunk of the 707 right there. Lake County. We had cats from Lake County. Some Sureño cats from Lake County, actually. Here was your San Pedro clearly. I guess people will make up their own minds, hearing both sides, and through experience, I conclude my own. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, I do my best. I always do my best to try to listen to what everybody has to say, because if you just go around people who agree with you all the time, it might make you feel good because they're just like, oh yeah, you might make you feel really smart. You know what I mean? Because you think you're right all the time, or they're always buttressing their points and stuff like that. But there's no room for growth there if nobody's challenging you. You know what I mean? That's just like having a conversation with your, you know what I mean, your mom or something. Oh yeah, you're doing great, honey, but you're not doing great. You know what I mean? And so I always try to, no matter what, I always try to understand every point of view that I can. I've been going through Josh's stuff, through his old videos, finding stuff that I disagree with, because I want to debate him. Careful with dibs. Oh, well, I'm good. I'm not disrespectful to Dubs. I've never been disrespectful to Dubs. I put him on the front of I put him on the front of a Superman thing, because Dubs was he had his cape on. He had his cape on and he was swooping in to get his girl, homie. He didn't want nobody messing with his girl. He said, "I'll take them views. I could take some mean comments. I'll take them views." Right? Because Runner could be getting views. He could be getting views off this, but he's too scared. He's too scared of what might actually show up in the comments. Right? So he's not willing to go there. But Dubs said, "I'll go for it." But I got nothing against Dubs. I clearly having lunch with Cowboy was a bad look. I don't think he would have done that. I think if he could change the past, I think he probably would. Even if his pride doesn't allow him to say that, I think he probably would. He certainly knows that situation with Homeboy, with the beanie, Jerry with the beanie, he certainly knows that was a mistake. He's admitted that was a mistake and knows that was wrong. But I have a feeling Dubs not going to be sending anybody to hit me, because I'm not disrespectful. Dubs will leave Runner when he's no longer making the bag no more. I can't imagine that it's bringing Dubs any money right now. This is certainly hurting his channel. Now, if he leans into it, he will make some money off the controversy. That would be smart, if you're going to deal with it anyway. Atlanta Pan System, goddamn. You was doing the most, my homie. Salute, familia. What do you tap in with C-Dog? C-Dog and Cooper Show podcast. Would I trust Rojo as my co-defendant? Probably not. Probably not. I can't imagine too many people I trust as my co-defendant. My two handprints test. Stupid. Some little lips. 2 Jed, 22 injured. Juneteenth celebration. Oak Cliff, Texas. What up, though? Good to see you. Good to see you. Long Beach, Frost, though. The Enforcer. Good to see you. Choco, what up? El Chefe. Yeah, them chicken strips are fire, homie. Them are the best one. They're almost all meat. That's what I don't like. Because you go to some places like Safeway suck. Walmart's, garbage. Garbage. Like 40% breading, homie. The chicken strips at Walmart, straight garbage, homie. You go into to Kroger, King Supers, Nice, fat, big old chunks of fat white meat. I love it. Happy Hemp Day. Yes, sir. Ken folk are mad. Oh, no. Fast money. Dubs got drunk and sex play. Stupid. Oh, no shit? Yeah. I that's where I'm from. Is that why you said that? Or did you just guess because I was talking about Lake County and Mendocino and all that? That's actually where I'm from, is Ukiah. Or did I say it? Maybe I said it. I don't know. I don't like the Safeway ones, man. They're all, they're all breading. Smash the like button, my friends. Don't worry, Mr. Gang Gang. We talked about, I got 4 people on deck watching Chimpanzee. I also told them when they're following you to stay at least 10. Oh, okay, cool. They got me, though? Okay. Is that Sean King? Do you got a picture of Sean King? Is that who that is? Those got drunk and started sex play. What is this? No disrespect, bro, but you got death herself in your eyes. What the hell does that mean? Me? Yeah, my father was from Willits. My mother, well, we're all from that whole area. My family is Italians. They own vineyards in Redwood Valley. They owned several houses in Redwood Valley throughout the years. I've got family who live in Cobb. I've got family who lives in Lakeport. I've got family who lives in Ukiah, all the way up in Eureka, Fort Bragg, all the way over the place up there. Sherwood Road. My grandmother owned a house on Sherwood Road in Willits for years. Yeah. All right, good shit. Good shit. Yeah. Flacco's gonna. Yeah, I thought that Flacco was gonna bond out. That would clearly be the best thing, cause his channel is go be hot. Like, man, how much was his bond? Didn't everybody say what his bond was? Gilberto, stop saying that. I don't know why you keep saying that, but quit saying that. You're just being a troll now. You know we don't need to be talking about that stuff. Anyway. Ensembling food. Denver, Florida. Little Timmy Whitaker. What up, dog? From what I can tell, what I got out of the story is it went off. They were playing with a thing. The thing went off, and he shot his girlfriend. It was his girlfriend. It was an accident. But he refused to talk to the cops about it, and she was in the hospital, and it just kind of turned. And from what I can tell, that's kind of why he became a writer, is that he kind of understood what was going to happen if he was like, I think he kind of felt like he had something waiting for him with them charges. Well, these two, I don't know about these two runners barely saying anything. I would like to say that it's all entertainment too. If I just tried to make somebody look like they should be on the Megan's Law registry list, which is basically what he did to American Cholo. I would want it to all be a game after that too. Oh, I was just fooling y'all. You know, I was just fooling. You know how I be playing though. Y'all know me. He says, runner is a coward. If I see Rojo, it's on sight. He says, Ken Folk will rock with me. There we go. Safeway nostalgia. He said, we go back. I don't know. Do we go back that far? It's been a while. The whole Dubs Light Mafia. Are you from Ukiah too? Or are you lying? I swear to God, I knew a fool named Victor Mora. I knew a Norteño named Victor Mora that used to pick on me, homie. Is that you? Is that you? Victor Mora? I don't remember if that was his name or not. He was a short, stocky fool with a bald head. We used to go to school together. Them fools did used to bully me, though. They were still the homies, though. Him and Frankie and Marciano. The whole Dubs Light Mafia. Oh, I mentioned it a few times? Yeah. Abner, brother. Any word on Flacco? Nah, I haven't. Born and raised. You ever seen boxing? No, I can't say that. I can't say that. 10%, so 5 racks. Later, my friend. Chef A. Mr. Flacco's running the main line. Emerald Triangle. My bond was 1.5 million. Jesus Christ. Daytime Zombie Gaming. Salute to the chat. Shout out to the GOAT, though. Who became a writer? Flacco became Later, my friend. Later, my friend. I'm actually dead serious, homie. I'm dead serious, dog. I'm 100% serious. 43. What am I? 40 now. Maybe. Did you used to bully me, dog? We went to he might be, I'm not even joking. He actually thinks that he may think I'm joking, or everybody may think I'm joking, but I'm not joking. He didn't bully me too bad. It wasn't bad. I mean, I used to kept coming and kicking it, and we keep smoking and keep drinking and hanging out. So he wasn't he wouldn't bully me that much. But no, I swear to God, fool, Victor Mora, we used to go to River Community was the name of the school. It was a school for bad kids. River Community School. Frankie and Danny. I kicked it with Frankie and Marciano. We were all the same age. That's whenever that stupid ass thing came down, whenever they said, oh, you guys gotta run the fade with each other every day. And then me, Frankie, and Marciano like run the fade for like 30 seconds. All stupid. And we used to steal. We used to go steal from fucking Mervin's and fucking JCPenney and all kinds of shit, dog. Flacco in there starting the YouTube movement. Are you serious, Victor? Is that really you or not? Or are you just fucking around? It don't matter either way. But it's funny, though. I'm doing good, my homie. I'm doing good. I'm trying to put in this, like I said, I'm trying to put in this application for, I might even do it today, dog. I might finish it today, this application for grad school. Try to get me a master's degree, dog. That'd be tight, dog. What if I was a doctor someday? That'd be nuts, homie. After doing 4 years in the shoe and then be a fucking doctor. How many doctors you know did 4 years in the shoe, homie? You know what I mean? That'd be tight. That'd be tight. That'd be crazy if that's Victor. Well, good to see you if that's Victor. Marciano was my homie. I knew Marciano since we were young. That was a dude. But that fool Frankie was so fucking cool, homie. And Duno. That was his older brother's name, Duno. And then this other fool. Because them fools fucking jumped me, bud. That's what it was. I forgot about that. Who jumped me? Them fucking Norteños jumped me, dog. Because I was, and for some, they just wanted to jump me, I think is what it was. I even forget exactly why it was. Because I was banging with the Sureño fool. That fool, Little Boo. I was banging with Little Boo's little brother. And Little Boo was from somewhere, is Sureño. So I'm banging with this fool. And then, I forget which one of them Norteño fools ran up and cracked me from behind, fool. And they got me, they were trying to push me. They were jumping me and they were trying to push me in the, because there's blackberry bushes in Northern California, all over where the rivers are. They were trying to push me in, but I fucking, like, I held them. I wasn't going to let them push me in them blackberry bushes. Them blackberry bushes were fucked up. And my homegirl was like, the cops are coming, the cops are coming. So them fools took off running, and she was like, get up, fool, go. And I jumped up and fucking smashed off. I forget why I was telling that story. I don't remember who it was. Marciano is native. Yeah, remember his brother used to act like he was going to be the president of the United States, homie. He would come to school every day with a briefcase and in his suit, dog. That fool would show up every single day. And this fool, like, his mom was active. His mom was live. His brothers, his sisters were live. His sister's name was Sophia. The whole family was, like, super live, homie. And then there was just fool in the middle of the hood, dog, with his briefcase, dog, with his briefcase and his suit, dog. Like, fuck it. He was like, I'm going to be the first Mexican president. He didn't give a fuck what nobody was talking about, dog. That fool was cool. Yeah. Damn, this fool's serious. That's crazy. That's crazy, homie. That I would run into. Because there was maybe like 5 Norteños I kicked it with, dog. And that's crazy that I would actually run into. It was like you, Frankie, Marciano, Duno a couple times. That fool David, the short, stocky fool David, he had the Mongol. Whenever we were in school already, he had the Mongol. I used to give that fool a ride. My mom used to give him a ride back to Huachicol. There was only like 4 or 5, because there wasn't a lot of Norteños anyway, because it's a small city. You know what I mean? So there's just not a lot of them. So there was only a couple of them. The ones I really kicked it with, Marciano and Frankie, those were my little crime partners. You know what I mean? No, I never seen Iron Bear. Yeah, the homie had the briefcase. Chongo. That is what they called that fool. Chongo. And he looked like Ben Davis. That fool looked like Ben Davis. That's fucking crazy, homie. Right? He looked like Ben Davis. They used to make fun of that fool, homie, because he looked like Ben Davis. That's crazy, fool. Small world, my homie. Small fucking world. I knew like 5 Norteños in California, dog. That's fucking nuts. That's crazy, homie. Can Gunner get a vouch? I ain't been in California since '96. Can Gunner get a vouch? Oh, that's nuts, homie. That's funny. That's crazy. Damn. Oh no. Well, I think that's probably it. Good to see you, my homie. Thank you for tapping in. Yeah, shit. That's crazy. That's the last thing. I always wondered if I would because, you know, not everybody, because it's like, fuck, I only knew a couple of these dudes from back then. You know what I mean? And then I only knew a couple of the dudes from back then, and then what are the chances that any of them are even going to be on YouTube? You know what I mean? Or not in the joint, you know what I mean? Because all of us end up in the damn joint. And I was like, man, I wonder what are the chances if I ever run into anybody? You know, because I got a couple of my homies. They still jump on here, the homies from California. But they weren't, none of the Norteños that I ever fucked with were. Smash that like. Yeah. It is a small world. Hey, homie, because you can't, that's the thing, my homie. You can't run from nothing. You can't run from nothing. It's just like the joint. It's just like all of it, homie. You can't run from nothing. You know what I mean? Small world, dog. Especially if you start talking about gang stuff. Yeah. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, that was awesome. That's crazy. Fuck. Man, that makes me think about my childhood, dog. You guys are the reason that my mom was like, you guys got to get the hell out of here. My mom was like, we're done. We're done with this shit. Hey, my dad came home, dog. I had the hair slicked back. I had the tres flores in the hair, dog. I had the motherfucking Dickies on, some Ben Davis on. My dad said, oh no. Oh no. What do y'all do? My dad been a wood. My dad been a wood in the system his whole life. He said, what the fuck is this? My mom said, you gotta go, fool. That's funny. That's funny. All right, all right. Well, my friends, thank you. And Victor, thank you for showing up. Homie, thank you for tapping in. Fuck yeah. That's dope. Pomalita. I didn't last at Pomalita very long. Pomalita Middle School. I swear to God, it said PMS on our fucking shirts, homie. That's what our shirt said. Pomalita Middle School. PMS on our fucking middle school shirts, dog. Really? I am 40. I just turned 40, Bilo. Oh yeah, I don't care. Go ahead. Yeah. You can say fuck whoever you want. You know what I mean? As long as you got a good reason. As long as you got a good reason. You know what I mean? But yeah, no, I ain't tripping on none of that. Yeah. Yeah, good day. Have a good day, Mom. Yeah. Yeah, that just shows you right there. It's a small world, homie. Don't lie. Don't lie about where you're from, homie. Don't lie about where you're from or what you do. Don't lie, man. Just tell the damn truth. What did I say? I used to get beat. Remember, and I even told a story. I said the fucking Norteños used to bully me. That was one of them. Just tell the truth, man. You just tell the truth, homie. It's way better. Later, my friends. Later, my friends. I'll catch y'all later.